Alright, so I was up recording a video earlier, but there was like a cross message that just kept coming through, honey. So this is different. This is new. I'm taking a hiatus right now. So this is different. The way this message was coming across, I was getting like, collective, it doesn't matter how kind you are or who you show up as. Like, it's okay to know that stuff falls on other people. It's okay to not always be at fault for stuff. There's some people that are realizing that the way that they have treated you is the reason why certain things have manifested in their reality in a certain way. And I feel like those are like towers that people are having. People like to reference your connection to source a lot. How things work for you in your life. Little subliminals, whatever those things are. I feel like maybe that also could have been something that you don't really pay a lot of attention to, but you know that it's there. That energy is the devil, literally. Alright, so I've got you coming up here as a hidden aspect. Like, by all means, you are protected. You also know that this isolation comes when everything is being exposed. Every time you end up betrayed by someone or by something, you end up in isolation again. That was something that you realized, you came to terms with. That's the way your protection is set up. You would never imagine how much people just don't be having the right motives. Okay? You realize that here. Gotta live your life a certain way, honey. Yeah, we got the star up here. Wow. You could be a healer. A healing muse, even. Be like a healing muse. You only project what other people inflict, pretty much. But it's not in the way people think. Like, you know, you really ain't gotta put a finger on people for stuff to happen. Don't judge a book by its cover. 4 sticks with the Hierophant with the Strength card. You healed the way that relationships form. That's a huge cycle. The way that the dynamic of your personal relationships are stemmed from. You know, some relationships are created through trauma, addiction, you know, the devil. Okay. Some things are created through the devil. Those trauma links and stuff, those are like the things that you are expected to be loyal to. Kind of like that ride or die, okay? Things that you're expected to be loyal to no matter what condition it's in, I guess. People really do try to drag you through it, but it's like they can't. This is also coming off as like some type of mirroring energy. Like, you literally, you cannot take something that, well, you can't do anything to fuck up something that is already you can't mess up something that's already existed. Yeah, that goes to say, like, you can't destroy energy. You can transmute it. Okay? You're so committed to yourself. Maybe the way that you're committed to yourself is the scary part. You've had to become very committed to yourself because of them lessons and them cycles that you broke. Somebody don't want you to judge them or the way that they handle stuff, like the way that they do stuff. They didn't want to be at fault for how something resonates or how something is for them, but they are being at fault here. Just to let you know. It could be multiple people in that energy. It feels like it would be like family. It would be family. It would be anyone. Maybe even that cycle also included stopping certain patterns of yourself and your identity and the way you see yourself as a woman. Thank you, Spirit. So that also means that you have hashed out like a certain expectation upon the womanhood, or upon some of y'all had to raise yourselves. Everybody thought y'all was the crazy ones because they were so busy looking at your connection with Source. You ain't crazy. These people is crazy. Some people really... Somebody has an obsession with gatekeeping the past. Ooh, damn. That's supposed to be a secret. Because the way it came out. Somebody has an obsession with gatekeeping the past. Or... somebody was planning on some type of manifestation or some type of fruit to bring them order, to bring order to something. Somebody could have did an order, what do you call it? Like an order of something. Maybe an order of protection, order of custody even. Okay? You are the spoiled ancestor child. Somebody wanted to try to stifle your inheritance as being who you are in the spirit. Like they were thinking they could stop you in the spirit realm. Oof, baby. Ooh. They thought they could stop you in the spirit realm. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Thought they could stop you in the spirit realm. Something about breaking your heart even, or like blocking your heart, blocking you from being able to do what makes you happy because you would be reliably committed to some type of injustice, literally. Some type of injustice. That's crazy. Yeah. Didn't I say this is like family? Family was doing this, or somebody has some type of family tie to them that was dragging them in poverty or something, or fucking up the way they connect with you, or the way that something could have went. Somebody didn't realize they was going around in cycles, and you seen that shit. That's what's going on over here. Somebody could also have tried to stop you from seeing their wrongs or from seeing their patterns. So it's kind of like this person wanted to win at all costs. Some people... Wow. Same cards that came right back out. This totally possibly was supposed to have been something that you were supposed to take on your healing journey, or like your self-love journey. The way that this person tried to maneuver some shit here. All along this person cared. It's like all along this person cared. They were trying to make some type of logical decisions. Logical decisions. When I say that, I mean like maybe this person is trying to make some type of predetermined decision making upon who you are in their life. It sounds funny. Yeah, delayed a connection. Ooh, they delayed a connection because they're living in some type of illusion. And you know the truth. You know the truth. What the fuck? You know the truth. You insisted on having your own. You insisted on calling judgment on something in your own way that allowed for you to feel set free, which is kind of like badass because you didn't receive closure. You weren't supposed to receive closure. It was supposed to have been a harsh lesson or like some type of harsh, you know what I'm saying? But it's like now that everything is surface, it's like these people is trying to act like they weren't trying to mingle you or jack you up or something that bad or whatever was going on. Like you could see who was what, you know what I'm saying? And this was all while this was in the middle of some type of important genetic renewal, okay? The wounded warrior entrapment. Spirit, what? The wounded warrior entrapment. If you feel like a wounded warrior, you're gonna be trapped with everybody's problems. That's what they wanted you to drown in the wounds, or like drown in the ancestral. These people, these are like karmic ass people. They're all cursed. You know what I mean? The karmic enemies and stuff, they all cursed. No matter what label they got, they all cursed, honey. You are an anointed woman here, receiving fruits bared by the sun and moon, baby. And that's on the crossing angel. You've been on your earth angel shit. Okay. Yeah, something about emotional purging or something that just keeps coming up, watering up to the surface. Emotional purging. You were supposed to feel stuck. You could feel stuck, or it's like a feeling that it's on and off, okay? You were supposed to feel like you were drowning with a lot of burden. You're supposed to have been committed to this lack or this poverty and stuff. I cannot believe people. Yeah, magic was involved. Ooh. These karmic people was doing magic, trying to suppress the chosen. Chosen, you have to choose yourself. That's what it means to be chosen. You probably know that now. You know that now. You got pushed to the edge. There's something about energy vampires pushing you to the edge. Yes. Energy vampires pushing you to the edge because they're not believers for real. That's where it all stems from. They're not believers. That's why they're so worried about your connection with Source. They don't believe that you are just, so supreme. You're enlightened. Yeah, you're enlightened, then you have discernment. The fuck? I cannot believe people. They learning. Since a young woman, you've been destined to have this type of power, authority. That's what comes with the inheritance, honey. You're supposed to use it, though, too. Maybe that's what you're learning. Use it in your life. Baby, I'm telling you about this fucking spell work. The wounded warrior. What did I say it was called? It ain't even important now. Wow. You really did your research. It's like you went above and beyond. You're in for some good surprises here. I'm telling you, people are so weird, thinking they can blindside you from how your life is or who you are. Why you so connected to spirit. Ooh. So this emperor here has been holding on to you. They were trying to hold on to you so they can explore their options, but like, you are the truth, flat the fuck out. Somebody is so committed to sabotaging this person. Or they were committed to sabotaging this person. That person was committed to the sabotage. That's what they didn't see. Okay. Ooh, that's what they didn't see. They were the ones choosing to be committed to the sabotage. Maybe they tried to play you and act like you didn't know what the fuck was going on, honey. Baby, didn't I just say that at the beginning? We got enlightening up here. They try to play you like you don't know what the fuck going on. We got wholeness and we got justice. Dang. Dang, dang, dang. And we got Genesis. You are at a whole new beginning. These people holding resentment. They got casted out your life spiritually and like energetically and like physically. Like they got casted out, you know. I don't know the nature of the incidents of like, you know, whatever. Because you had to been doing your spiritual work and stuff, for real, for real. Yeah, scale is back here. Oh, wow. Yeah, because you, like, you know more than people think you do. You know more than what people think you do. That's what people are finding out right now. Yes, honey. Enlightening and change. You're a catalyst. Creation is up here. You're a catalyst. There's some great change coming in for you in the spirit realm that you will be accessing. An upgrade of some type, okay? Upgrade to your creations. Possibly an upgrade to a change in justice for you. There's going to be a shift in your life in the scales of balance. You will feel the equilibrium. That's what I'm channeling in. Okay. Got healing up here when I split it in the middle. Okay. You will feel the equilibrium. You knew all that shit was unbalanced. Why people playing? I can't believe that. Since a young girl collective, take that energy wherever it goes. Could be a young man, you know what I'm saying? You're connected with yourself, but since you were young collective, you knew shit was unbalanced. You knew. Somebody had been working hard to try to like get in the middle. Yeah, somebody was trying hard to like create confusion upon you about all this stuff, about all this betrayal and stuff. People trying to confuse you about what you know to be true, even trying to confuse you about this Father of Sticks energy here. I feel like maybe even this person was sitting back watching as time went on or something. Watching as time went on. No, nigga, what the fuck was your part? Watching as time went on. This person tested you to see how you would react, or to see what you were loyal to. Trying to test your loyalty or something. Yeah, it was a strategy move. Okay. There's a correction here. This person is injured or crippled or something. Crippled from work, injured from work. There could be a change in that. A change in somebody's work. Like they could be injured or something. Or like barely getting by. They was trying to cover that up. That they were barely getting by. Ooh. Yeah, this person was having no motion. Wow. It's like they were preying on you from a distance, though. Thought they were taking a minor setback for a major come up. I can't make this the fuck up. This person was forced to walk away from that magic they was doing. They was doing magic on you, trying to make it seem like you got committal problems. Or like you gave up. You give up in all your connections. That was part of the cycle that you broke. You know what I'm saying? Being overly committed to some shit that ain't even... It's that stuff that drag your value down. Letting these unruly, disengaged people drag you down. That's what it was. They were dragging you down. Never taking nothing from you. They were just dragging you down. Since a young girl, these are... I can't make this the fuck up. These are the past life karmic enemies. The ones that's been dragging you down. Wow. You're finding out that it's family and stuff. You're finding out that it's an attack on the mind. You're finding out that it's hindering you from growing. Ooh, baby. And it's like, as you're finding it out, stuff is just coming to a close, or stuff is just going dark, blank. That's crazy. Ooh. You've laid the burden to rest. That's on the 10 of baskets, honey. You've laid the burdens to rest. You're not carrying nobody else's burdens. 'Cause that's all it is, just burdens. Just other people's shit. Other people's shit. And people are mad at you, are awakened to that? Baby, I can't do this. That's wild, honey. That's wild. Oh, gosh. You've given yourself to spirit. You've given yourself to spirit. Your justice has always been that closure, honey. When I say closure, I feel like now I'm talking about the closure of them damn cycles and just closure for yourself. A win is a win, baby. As above, so below. That's on the Ace of Wands. That's on spirit, honey. Wow. That's a big one. That's a big one.